Hi, it's Michelle from the Heart Yoga. Today I want to talk to you about 5 yoga poses, which are the foundation of your practice. When you learn and understand these 5 poses, you can build on your practice and you'll be able to move into other standing and seated poses. So let's start by coming to our feet and take a look at mountain pose. In mountain pose, we have our feet firmly on the ground. You might want to lift your toes and make sure that you can feel all the other parts of your feet, the front and both sides and the back. And then you can put your toes gently down. I like to roll my shoulders up and back. I like to pull in my core or my belly, and I stand with my hands facing forward and my head straight up. So when I say mountain, I mean a strong mountain, a strong straight body, not a droopy body. Shoulders up and back, legs nice and straight, and arms forward. The second pose is Uttanasana, which is a forward fold. So if you inhale your arms up, and you bring your arms through center and you come straight down, you can come into a forward fold. Now, you might want to start your forward fold with bent legs and try to get your body as close to your upper thighs and your hands as close to the floor as possible. When you're starting this pose, you might have your legs bent a lot, and then over time, maybe you'll be able to straighten them and bring your body really close and your hands close to the floor. And again, this pose is called Uttanasana, or forward fold. Let's make it down to the mat now, and we'll start with easy pose, Sukhasana. So Sukhasana is a seated pose. You can have your left leg in front of your right, or your right leg in front of your left. You can also use something to support yourself underneath your knees and sit easily. You can sit with your hands down or up. So this pose, Sukhasana, is an easy seated pose, and it's whichever feels most comfortable for you. And from here, you can move into other seated poses, such as ones with your legs straight out, or maybe one where you support yourself and you sit with your knees in front of you. So that's Sukhasana. Let's try Balasana, which is child's pose. So child's pose is a resting pose. It's the pose that you can use during practice when you're feeling maybe a little bit of tiredness or the need to take a break. And so in Balasana, we can have our feet together or apart. I like mine apart because I like to get really close to the floor. And we're just going to fold our body down and try to get as close to the floor as we can. And then you can bring your arms out in front of you, like this. Let me show you from this angle too. So we're sitting on our heels. We can keep our knees together and come down and bring our arms out, or arms by your side, trying to get your forehead to the floor. Or you can open your knees, keep your bottom on your feet, and try to come forward. Bring your forehead to the floor and arms out in front of you. That's child's pose. You should also make that pose as comfortable as it can be for you. And then our final of the 5 basic poses is called Shavasana. It's usually the pose that we end a class with. It's also known as corpse pose because it is your opportunity to lay on your back as still and as quiet as you can. So you can come around, bring your feet out in front, bring your head down, and your arms out by your side. I'll show you that from a side view. You're just going to come right down onto your back with hands up towards the sky. Shavasana is one of the hardest poses to do because it's one that requires that you stay very still and very quiet. And although that might seem like it's something very easy, it's often very difficult for people beginning a practice. So those are our 5 foundational poses, and I encourage you to practice them, to re-watch this video and practice them so we can move on to some short sequences next time. Thanks for joining. Bye.